Sterlington Police could be adding officers and equipment going into the new year. Gabby Ballou has more on the possible changes.
The Sterlington Police Department is looking forward to the new year with possible changes coming within the next few months. With the help of the town council, they are seeking around $23,000 in state and local funding to buy new equipment and hire 1 to 2 new officers to join the department. Assistant Chief Kobe Brown says having enough manpower on the streets is paramount to the community's safety.
Nowadays, law enforcement is very dangerous, obviously, so we're trying to up our numbers on officers for officer safety and, of course, for the community.
Some of the new equipment includes tasers, body cams, new vests, and a new patrol vehicle. Mayor Matt Talbert says updated equipment is essential.
We have a great group of officers that work for our police department. It's important for us to get them the equipment they need to do their job and do their job safely.
Right now, the department has 7 officers. For the last few years, the town has struggled to afford a fully staffed force, but Brown says they are not the only police department struggling.
It's been hard, especially with the changing times in law enforcement. It's hard to get anybody, especially being a smaller department. The pay is a little bit maybe lower than the bigger departments.
Mayor Talbert believes the department would be a great place for those looking to start out in law enforcement, but also those who have experience.
I think we have a great community here that supports our police department. We have a great group of officers that get along, and not only do they work together well, but they hang out together after hours just because they get along.
Mayor Talbert says whether the funding is approved or not, the town still has plans to purchase the equipment and hire new officers. In Sterlington, I'm Gabby Ballou with KNOE 8 News.